Remember when that trainer told you that the reason you can't lose weight is simply because you lack discipline, you lack self-control? What if I told you that the reason you can't stop eating sweets is not because you lack discipline or self-control, but because the food was engineered to make sure you crave more and more? You see, companies spent millions of dollars designing foods that override your brain, and then they place them exactly where you're most vulnerable, right by the register, because they know something most people don't. When you're about to pay, your stress goes up. And when stress goes up, hunger follows. This isn't random. It's strategic. They know what they're doing. You see, I've worked with over 5,000 clients plus across the last 25 years. And one of the biggest breakthroughs they experienced in working with me is that they learned that they were never broken. In fact, most of them weren't overeating. They were actually undernourished, living on designer foods loaded with empty calories that keep the body full, but the brain craving more. They weren't failing. They were just playing a rigged game. And today, I'm going to show you how to take control back. Because if you don't understand this, you will keep blaming yourself for patterns that were designed into the system. You no longer need to do this, right? And the longer you stay there, the more frustrated, the more exhausted, the more dependent, the more stuck you become. I worked with a lady and she was disciplined in every area of life. Business dialed in, family, she was super present with her kids. Her faith was strong. But when it came to food, it felt like chaos, snacking, craving, binge eating, and her conclusion, I must be the problem. But here's what changed everything. We didn't fix her discipline. We reset her palate in 6 weeks. The same way we remove any addictive substance. We remove the empty calorie triggers and replace them with nutrient-dense whole foods. Foods that work with the body, not against it. And suddenly the cravings dropped, the noise got quiet, and control came back very quickly. And here's the most important moment that she'll never forget, okay? This is something she told me, and I was absolutely shocked when she told me this. After 6 weeks, she went back to something she used to crave and realized she didn't even like it anymore. That's not willpower. That's called rewiring, and we do that all the time inside of our program. So I want to give you some pointers here. And the first thing I want to say is that food isn't bad. The system is engineered. You see, ultra processed foods are built in labs to hit the perfect combination of salt, sugar, and fat, what science calls the bliss point. So your brain says one thing, right? It says, I'm not going to do this, but then you end up doing more. This is not weakness. This is design. This is what these companies have done to keep you hooked. Number two, your body responds predictably, not shamefully. Cravings are not moral failures, okay? I can't stress this enough. They're signals. When you eat hyper-palatable foods, your brain gets overstimulated and your natural hunger cues, they get overridden, okay? So once again, maybe you've never considered this. These companies are spending millions and millions of dollars to keep you hooked. So once again, it's very easy to blame it on me. I'm the undisciplined person. I don't have any self-control, yada, 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 right? All this self-sabotage talk. But what you're not considering is that there is a malevolent plan to keep you addicted to these foods. Number three, marketing shapes identity, not just appetite. You're not just eating food, you're consuming a narrative, comfort, reward. You deserve this. And over time, that story becomes your identity. We act out of our identity. If we keep telling ourselves these stories, we keep running this tape in our head, that's what we will continue to do. We play these things out. Number four, small shifts is all that's needed for massive impact. This is where most people go wrong. They go extreme, burn everything down, and then they burn out. Instead of more whole foods, in other words, foods created by God, not a factory. This is what we need to bring more of in, right? We need to eat more whole foods. We need to prepare meals more often. Meal prep is incredibly important because, of course, you want to have food on deck so that when you get tempted, you have your healthy food that's already been planned out, right? You've been proactive. We need to start paying attention to what we're eating because sometimes we do a lot of unconscious eating, especially in front of a TV. Guys, just small changes like this can bear powerful results and help you move forward with something maybe you've been stuck. Number five, food should connect you, not control you. Food was designed to enhance your life, not replace it. If it's controlling your mood, your energy, your decisions, that's not freedom. That is a prison that I see so many people in, right? They go to a party, they can't enjoy it. You know, you see them at the corner over there, and they're kind of, upset because they see everyone else eating whatever they want. They can't eat it. That's a prison. That's not freedom. That's no way to live. And we don't teach that by any means. Of course, in the beginning, we have to be a little bit conservative. But the truth is, once you have some bandwidth, you can have freedom around food. And people absolutely love this idea because we believe discipline is a muscle, and it also needs a break like any other muscle group. So number 6, the goal really isn't perfection. It's ownership. Okay. This is the shift. When you understand what's happening, you stop reacting and you start choosing intentionally. Not restriction, not guilt, not ownership. Very much what a lot of people call intuitive eating, right? We teach you that in phase 3. Because here's the truth. Most people don't want to hear. You can understand all of this. Maybe you're agreeing with all of this. You're like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then still go right back to the old behavior, to the same patterns. Why? Because knowledge without structure changes absolutely nothing. Okay. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You go watch that movie, you get inspired. You're like, I'm going to come home, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. 3 days go by and you're back to your old habits. If you're tired of feeling out of control around food and you want a system that actually works with your brain, not against it, then it's time to step into the Empty Your Bucket Nutrition Plan coaching program. We don't just tell you what to eat. We help you rewire how you think about food. We have a multidisciplinary approach where we cover mind, body, and spirit, because we believe that it's not a one-trick pony, okay? It's not just telling you a bunch of rules and a bunch of things. Don't do this, don't eat that. Part of that is important, right? Of course, you need some direction. But what we need to work on is how you perceive reward around food, lowering your dopamine set point so you're not triggered all the time. So if you've tried so many things, and if you want to continue going in circles, right? Maybe you're ready, right? And that's why you've gotten to the end of this video, right? You watched this entire video. You're probably sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? You've done everything. You've tried keto, Atkins, South Beach, Whole30, macro counting. You have all the t-shirts. If you're still looking for a solution and you're serious about changing not just your waistline, but your life. I know that's a bold statement, but hear me out. That's exactly what's at stake here. And I'm going to ask you to click the link down below and let's connect. I look forward to speaking with you. More importantly, if you watch this entire video and you do nothing with it, you just wasted your time. Please don't do that. Please take action, okay? I hope you implement some of these things here. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Until the next time, I'll see you soon.